Dear friends, welcome to Stoic Wisdom. In a life full of hustle and bustle, the quiet, calm individuals possess a strength that few realize. They are like alpha wolves, silent yet powerful, leading the pack step by step through the toughest challenges. Calmness is not weakness or timidity, but a sharp weapon that helps us control ourselves, avoiding being swept away by negative emotions or unnecessary words. Stoicism teaches that to master life, you must first master your mind. Quiet people are masters of listening, of thinking thoroughly before acting. They are not in a hurry to prove themselves because they know that silence and calmness are true expressions of inner strength. If you also wish to cultivate deep calmness and inner strength, join us. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Wisdom so you don't miss valuable lessons on the journey to mastering your life. Point 1. Listen more. Speak lesson. Life, there's a simple yet powerful lesson. Listen more and speak less. Quiet people often understand the value of listening. They don't try to compete for attention or dominate conversations. Instead, they take a step back, quietly observe, allowing others to be the center. They only speak when truly necessary, and every word carries weight, demonstrating thoughtfulness and wisdom. Stoicism also emphasizes that listening is not just a way to understand others, but also a way to understand yourself. When you are silent, you avoid meaningless words. Avoid hurting others or getting yourself into trouble. Let your silence become an opportunity to observe, learn, and accumulate knowledge. People often say speaking is sowing seeds, listening is harvesting. If you talk too much, you only plant more seeds of anxiety. But when you listen, you harvest wisdom, empathy, and opportunities that the hasty will miss. Therefore, don't rush to speak. Listen, and when you do speak, your words will become valuable too. Ask questions to let others answer. One of the ways to demonstrate deep listening and calmness is knowing how to ask questions. Calm people don't rush to tell their own stories or impose their thoughts on others. Instead, they skillfully ask questions to encourage sharing. This is not only a way to make conversations more open, but also a way to understand more about the other person and learn from their perspectives. Stoicism teaches us that in every dialogue, value lies not in proving oneself right or superior, but in understanding. When you ask, "How was your trip?" instead of talking about your own trip, you not only show the other person that you care, but also open up opportunities to discover new things from their story. Calm people know that good questions not only maintain the flow of conversation, but also make the other person feel respected and understood. Through this, you not only gain more knowledge, but also build deeper relationships. Remember, asking questions is how you show humility, and also how you skillfully create connection in any relationship. 3. Think before you speak. Calm individuals always understand that words should not be arbitrary, but need to be carefully considered before being uttered. Careful thinking makes words focused, clear, and persuasive. They don't speak much, but whenever they do, they make others listen and ponder. Their words are carefully chosen, constructive, and free from meaninglessness or impulsiveness. Thinking before speaking is an art. First, it requires focus in calmness, in communication. When an issue needs a response, let your mind settle, ponder carefully, then speak slowly and clearly. This way, not only is the conveyed content coherent, but the speaker themselves also demonstrates self-control and maturity. This method not only avoids errors caused by impulsive words, but also builds trust with those around. For words to carry weight, they don't need to be many, but they need to be right. 4. Don't interrupt others in any conversation. Allowing others to finish their thoughts is a sign of respect and tact. Interrupting not only makes the other person feel disrespected, but also breaks the natural flow of the conversation. Sometimes a person just needs to be fully heard to feel understood and connected. The patience of waiting for others to fully share their opinions also shows sophistication in communication, making the conversation more open and sincere. Patiently listening without interrupting is also a way to gather information completely. avoiding misunderstandings or wrong judgments. Furthermore, it helps each response become more accurate and profound. In situations requiring rebuttal, waiting for the other person to complete their opinion before presenting yours also increases persuasiveness and creates a healthy dialogue space. 5. Speak softly. It's just loud enough to be heard. Speaking softly isn't just about volume. It's also about controlling emotions and keeping the conversation respectful. Regardless of the situation, a gentle voice just loud enough to be heard demonstrates self-control and calmness, especially during stressful moments or disagreements. When someone maintains a stable volume, even during an argument, they not only make others feel comfortable, but also convey confidence and maturity. In conversations, speaking at a moderate volume helps us focus on conveying the message rather than attracting excessive attention. This makes it easier for listeners to absorb and empathize, instead of feeling overwhelmed. Conversely, a loud and uncontrolled voice can break connection, lead to misunderstandings, or make the dialogue confrontational rather than open. Maintaining a moderate volume is also a way to regulate mood and maintain composure. It helps the speaker avoid being carried away by emotions, control the situation, and handle things wisely. In arguments, someone who maintains a gentle tone creates balance, helping both sides focus on the issue instead of being distracted by emotions. This is a way of communicating that makes others feel comfortable, respected, and willing to listen. 6. Don't get angry. Not getting angry is a skill that helps maintain clarity and composure in all situations. Anger, though sometimes a natural reaction, often clouds reason, leading us to make hasty, inaccurate decisions. By controlling anger, we can view problems more objectively, avoiding actions or words that could harm others and ourselves. Those who know how to control their anger understand that some things in life can be changed and some cannot. When faced with a problem, they try to find solutions instead of letting emotions lead. In unchangeable situations, they choose to let go, seeing it as part of growth. Controlling anger is an expression of courage and maturity, helping them not be affected by things beyond their control. Anger can be a way to hide pain or helplessness, but it never brings lasting solutions. By not getting angry, we not only avoid undesirable consequences, but also maintain composure to face every challenge in life. 7. Be calm. Not passive calmness does not mean resignation or avoiding conflict. In fact, it is the ability to handle all matters calmly, clearly, protecting one's beliefs while maintaining respect for others. Calm person does not run away from difficulties or conflicts, but is ready to face them and find solutions wisely, without getting caught in useless arguments. Calmness allows us to view everything comprehensively instead of reacting impulsively or acting hastily. Instead of blaming or criticizing, calm people choose to find optimal solutions, aiming for harmony and longevity. They know that in every situation, a calm demeanor is the foundation for building trust and respect from those around them. Calmness is not suppressing emotions or unconditionally yielding. It is an inner strength that knows how to stand firm without harming relationships with others. This quality helps them overcome challenges and create a positive, open, sincere communication atmosphere. 8. Be open-minded. Binds understanding that this world is vast and complex. There are countless things we don't fully know, and everyone has their own experiences and perspectives. Openness in thinking not only helps us readily accept new ideas, but also creates conditions for understanding and accepting differences. This is the foundation of growth, because only when we accept that things don't necessarily have to go our way can we truly learn and develop. Open-mindedness is also a way to maintain humility, realizing that no one can grasp all aspects of life. Open-minded people are always willing to listen, not quick to judge or dismiss others' opinions. They understand that every conversation is an opportunity to discover and expand knowledge, and that differing opinions are not a threat, but a resource to become more multifaceted. Thanks to open-mindedness, we can avoid unnecessary conflicts, build relationships based on respect and empathy. This is not only a quality of a mature person, but also a key to making life richer and more meaningful. 9. Focus on the big picture, maintaining an overall perspective in all situations is an important quality that helps people go further and achieve big goals in life. Focusing on the big picture means not letting small conflicts or momentary emotions affect one's vision and decisions. People with foresight do not let a temporary disagreement damage a long-term relationship, nor do they let small conflicts at work ruin a common goal. Focusing on the big picture helps us know when to be patient, when to let go, and when to move forward. This patience is not weakness, but the wisdom to realize what is truly important, because a timely step back can help clarify the overall picture, and thus make rational decisions beneficial for the future. Prioritizing greater interests over personal emotions is not only an expression of wisdom, but also a key to maintaining relationships and achieving lasting success. When we remain calm and focus on common goals, we build trust and respect from others, while creating a calm, mature demeanor in all situations. 10. Know how to listen. Knowing how to listen is a valuable quality, especially in today's world, where everyone seems to be in a hurry to speak rather than listen. True listening is not simply being silent while others speak, but a focused attention, understanding, and willingness to receive what others want to share. When you listen, you not only grasp the content, but also feel the emotions and thoughts of the other person, thereby creating connection and mutual trust. In many cases, just genuine listening is enough to help someone feel relieved and understood. Those who know how to listen often do not quickly refute or offer advice immediately, but let the other person feel that they are being respected. It is a way to show empathy, build deeper relationships, and encourage others to open up. Listening is also an opportunity to learn, because everyone has unique experiences and perspectives. When we listen attentively, we can broaden our understanding and gain experience from others' lives. Listening is an expression of humility and the foundation for all lasting relationships. 11. Observe. More observation is an important skill that helps us understand everything around us without saying too much. The world is constantly moving and contains many valuable messages for those who know to pause, quietly observe, and feel. Careful observation allows us to notice details that others often miss, thereby grasping the big picture and understanding the nature of things. When we observe, we not only see but also feel with intuition and ponder with our minds. Regularly observe deeply can read others' emotions and thoughts. Recognizing the slightest cues expressed through gestures, eye contact, or words. This helps them better understand the situation, people, and even opportunities that may arise. In silence, observation not only helps accumulate knowledge, but also enhances sensitivity, helping us make wise and sound decisions. In communication, observation helps us realize when to continue, when to listen, and when to stop. With keen observation, every experience in life becomes a valuable lesson. It's helping us grow and become more profound. 12. Act first, speak later. Knowing to think carefully before speaking is a sign of maturity and thoughtfulness. Thoughtful people never rush to express their thoughts, but always take time to consider, reflect, and choose their words. Understand that an ill-considered word can bring undesirable consequences, so they often prioritize action or observation before giving an opinion. Acting first, speaking later also shows sophistication in communication. By listening and acting, they make others trust their words, because every word is based on real experience and careful consideration. When they speak, listeners feel the sincerity and weight in every word, because these are words that have been refined over time and pondered. This not only helps them avoid awkward situations, but also builds a reliable and reputable image in the eyes of others. Those who know to act first, speak later not only control their words, but also create a deeper connection with those around them, because they always consider every word so as not to cause harm or misunderstanding. Dear friends, when we live with calmness and know how to listen, we not only enrich our inner selves, but also build trust and respect from those around us. Knowing when to be silent, speaking wisely, and acting with thoughtful consideration is how we gradually build a sustainable and meaningful life. Ness and quietness are not about isolation or withdrawal, but an inner strength that helps us overcome waves, maintain our reason and heart. It is these simple things like listening, observing, and thinking carefully before speaking that will help you grow, become more profound and steadfast. Remember that calmness is a precious gift that you can give to yourself and to the lives of those around you. Thank you for listening and accompanying Stoic Wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next lessons. Wishing you always maintain peace and courage in every step of your life's journey. Next, invite you to listen to the article, 7 Habits That Make You Weak, and How to Remove Them from Your Life, dear friends. In life, every habit we build silently shapes who we are and our destiny. Some habits help us grow stronger, but there are also habits that make us weak, making us retreat without even realizing it. Bad habits not only deplete willpower, but also silently prevent us from reaching our greatest potential. Today I want to share about 7 habits that you need to remove from your life. This is not a criticism, but a reminder from valuable lessons that life has taught me. Consider this an opportunity to reflect, change, and begin the journey to become stronger. If you feel yourself being hindered by something hard to name, listen patiently. The answer may lie in what we are about to explore together. Start today, and you will see how worthwhile this journey is. 1. The habit of procrastination. Procrastination, my friends, is a habit that most of us have experienced. Often we convince ourselves that we work better under pressure. But in reality, that's just an excuse to avoid facing the task up front. Procrastination isn't just about waiting until the last minute. It's about avoiding important tasks, wasting time and opportunities. You know, every time we procrastinate, we push ourselves into an unnecessary spiral of stress. The work is still there, but the psychological burden grows. Then, when time runs out, we scramble to finish, but the results are not as desired. If unchecked, procrastination will gradually become a major barrier, causing us to miss many valuable opportunities in both work and life. So how do we overcome it? It's simple. Start by breaking down tasks into smaller parts. When you see small steps, you'll feel everything is easier to handle and readily get started. Set deadlines for each part and remind yourself to complete them on time. A tidy, distraction-free workspace will also help you focus better. Remember, overcoming procrastination is not a one-time fix, but a process. Be persistent, and day by day, you will find this habit no longer a burden on your self-development journey. 2. Negative self-talk, especially about ourselves, my friends, is like a silent shadow gnawing at self-esteem and weakening the soul. It's when we tell ourselves that we are not good enough, we don't deserve it, or even that we will never be able to do it. If not recognized and changed, these thoughts will gradually become a major barrier, making us doubt ourselves and limit our own potential. The problem with negative thinking is that it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you constantly tell yourself you can't, gradually you will believe it and miss opportunities that you could have fully seized. This is a hidden mental trap, but extremely dangerous. Therefore, the first step to break free from this spiral is to recognize its presence. Whenever you feel inadequate, stop and ask yourself, can I really not do this? What have I overcome? What successes have I achieved? Reminding yourself of the good things, of the achievements made in the past, is a simple but extremely effective way to rebuild self-confidence. Besides, make it a habit to use positive affirmations. You can start with simple phrases like, I deserve success. I am capable of overcoming this challenge. By repeating these phrases gradually, you will feel stronger self-confidence. And eventually, don't hesitate to seek out good friends, people who always support you. They are reflections, people who will remind you of the good things when you cannot see your own worth. Remember that changing your self-perception is not an overnight task, but a journey. But with perseverance and self-love, you will find your confidence and inherent strength. 3. Neglecting physical health. Physical health is the foundation of strength and balance in life. However, Sometimes we easily overlook this important aspect because we get caught up in the busy pace of life and daily responsibilities. When we neglect our health, we gradually find ourselves lacking energy, easily tired, and less able to focus on work. This not only affects our physical body, but also weakens our spirit. Physical health is not just about physique, but also includes mental balance. Regular exercise, my friends, not only keeps the body flexible, but also improves mood, boosts spirits, and reduces stress. A morning started with a few gentle exercises, a run, or simply a few minutes of relaxing yoga is enough to recharge for the entire day. At the same time, nutrition plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy body. What we put into our bodies will directly reflect on our minds and physical state. A balanced diet with plenty of green vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthy proteins helps the body function optimally and strengthens the immune system. Conversely, fast food, sugary drinks, or oily foods can quickly tire the body and depress the spirit. Ow! Don't think that taking care of your health is a luxury or requires too much time. Start with small habits like walking more, drinking enough water, eating on time. A healthy body is the most valuable asset we possess. Only when our body is strong do we have enough power to pursue all goals, achieve success, and live a full life. So, don't wait until your health declines to realize its importance. Take care of yourself starting today. You will see that a healthy body will bring you a resilient spirit and an energetic life. Point 4. Fear of failure, my friends. The fear of failure is something none of us can avoid. It's the feeling of anxiety when thinking about not achieving what we desire or facing the judgmental gaze of others. Failure brings pain, making us hesitate to move forward and sometimes even give up before trying. But if we let that fear control us, we will remain stagnant, unable to progress towards greater things in life. The reality is that failure is not the end, but a valuable lesson that helps us grow. Many successful people in the world have experienced countless failures. It is from these stumbles that they learned lessons, found new ways, and achieved success. Failure, if viewed correctly, is an opportunity for us to realize what needs improvement, what needs to be changed to become better. So how do we overcome the fear of failure? First, change your perspective on it. Don't see failure as an end. Instead, see it as part of the journey towards your goal. Every failure brings an experience, a new perspective that you can use to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? At the same time, set realistic goals and break them down into achievable steps. When you can complete those small steps, anxiety will lessen, and you will gradually become more confident. Don't forget to celebrate small achievements, as they are the motivation that helps you move forward, even if it's just one small step at a time. Finally, surround yourself with people who are willing to support and encourage you. They can be friends, mentors, or people who have faced many challenges in life. They will not only help you view failure more positively, but also show you that no one succeeds without facing difficulties. Remember that failure is not a stopping point, but merely a stepping stone on the journey. Once you overcome this fear, you will find yourself stronger and more mature, ready to embrace new challenges. 5. Avoiding responsibility. Avoiding responsibility is a habit that can keep us stuck at a certain point and prevent us from growing. Avoiding responsibility isn't just about avoiding tasks. More deeply, it's about avoiding facing ourselves, our decisions, and the consequences we create. This avoidance can stem from a fear of making mistakes, fear of criticism, or fear of bearing unwanted consequences. But, my friends, only when we dare to take responsibility for what we do we truly grow. Taking responsibility is not self-imprisonment, but an act of maturity and self-control. It shows that we dare to face our decisions, learn from mistakes, and are willing to change for the better. To begin, practice the habit of reflecting on your actions every day. Sometimes, in the flow of life, we easily forget small actions that have a big impact on ourselves and others. Take time to ask yourself, did I do well? Is there anything I could have done differently to make it better? When you dare to face your shortcomings and mistakes, You will see yourself improving and maturing day by day. Besides, remember that taking responsibility does not mean bearing everything alone. Learn to share and seek support from those around you. When we dare to take responsibility, many people will be willing to help and overcome difficulties with us. Responsibility is not just a burden, but also an opportunity for us to build trust with those around us. And from that, relationships also become stronger. Remember that avoiding responsibility only makes us lose opportunities to grow and develop. But when you bravely take responsibility, that's when you truly master your life. And from that, you will become more stable and confident on your self-development journey. 6. Not setting boundaries. Not setting boundaries in life is like walking on a path where we allow others to freely step in. We don't set clear limits, easily agree to every request, or always try to please everyone. It leads to exhaustion, imbalance, and even losing ourselves. Boundaries are not just about protecting ourselves, but also about respecting our own values and priorities. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being selfish, but an act of preserving our own health and mental well-being. When you know what you need and what your limits are, you will no longer be drawn into demands beyond your capacity that don't make you comfortable or suit you. Boundaries help you focus on what's important, work more effectively, and feel more self-controlled. Start by recognizing what makes you feel comfortable and what exhausts you. Everyone has their own limits, and understanding your limits is the first step to creating appropriate boundaries. Ask yourself, what is most important to me? What is affecting my time and energy? Once you have clarified this, it will be easier for you to say no to inappropriate requests or those that overwhelm you. A crucial element in setting boundaries is communication. Be bold, clear, and sincere when sharing your limits with others. Don't be afraid to voice what you need and want, because this honesty will help others understand and respect you more. This may take time for those around you to adapt, but if you are consistent and steadfast, they will gradually understand and accept. Finally, surround yourself with people who understand and respect your boundaries. If someone doesn't respect the boundaries you